Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this sounds like a bad idea, but you have to trust the process. I wanted to see what would happen if I pushed marbling way past my comfort zone. So I mixed 10 colors into one dirty pour. So this was a little risky. I don't know what I was thinking. But I got these new alcohol inks from Resin, and they're the metallic alcohol inks. I've never used them before. Um, so I don't know. Out of curiosity, I just picked 3 of the alcohol inks, 3 pigment pastes, and 4 micas. Now I'm only showing you 2 micas here because I didn't add the other 2 until I was mixing all the colors and decided I wanted to use some of those interference powders from Mateo. Okay, so I went ahead and mixed all the colors up off camera. I'm trying to keep the video short for you guys so you don't have to fast forward through it. But I mixed up about 10 ounces of resin, and I'm using J Diction epoxy 1:1. And then I split it between 10 small cups. I didn't really measure how much I put in each cup. I just try to get them as even as possible. It was fine if it was off by a little. And at this point, I really wasn't sure what order to put the colors in. So I decided not to overthink it and just grab a color and start pouring because I really didn't think it mattered. I mean, the resin's going to do what it wants. It's going to blend the way it wants. So I just figured I'll just go for it and just randomly pick a color and start layering them. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have had a little better plan. I don't know, maybe split up some of the colors a little more because I added the colors and then I forgot the 2 interference powders until like the end. So those 2 were kind of stacked pretty close to each other, and I think I should have kept them further apart. But I still got an interesting result. And when I did the tray, I actually did the colors in a different order, and that came out completely different. Now it could be because of the tray surface like being flat and the colors blended differently, but when you see the 2, I think they're completely different. I really do like the colors that I picked though. I like the alcohol inks. They're shimmery. One of them kind of looks almost like glitter, but I don't have to worry about it sinking. So, and I think it looks good with the interference powders and the micas. Now the pigment paste, I'm a little worried that that will kind of hide all that shimmer. Sometimes pigment paste does that, but one of the pigment pastes I added is actually a metallic pigment paste, so it's very shimmery on its own. So I'm not too concerned about it. And there's so many different like types of shimmer in there between the alcohol ink, the mica powders I used have a really nice shimmer, and then the metallic pigment pastes. So I figure one of them will come through. And I did make a mistake, I think, in swirling this. I only gave it like, I think 1 or 2 quick ones because there was so much white at the bottom. I was afraid all the white would end up on top. So I did give it a little swirl, but it didn't totally ruin it. It was okay, but I kind of wish I didn't do it to kind of see what it would have looked like. And I didn't do that with the tray. So that's why I'm wondering if that made a difference in how it looks compared to how the tray looks. Here I'm just giving you a quick time lapse of how the colors started to blend. This is on like 14 times fast forward or something like that. So it's going really fast. And now I'm just going to pour the leftover resin into the cups. I don't need to add any more pigment to it, to any of the cups. I can just mix it. There's plenty of color left. And then I'm going to pour the tray. I had a little bit left from pouring the bowl, so I just poured that on top of the tray first. And I was getting a little concerned because it mostly looked gray. Now it was a really pretty color. And I did see hints of some of the other colors, but it was mostly gray. So I was like, this is for sure gonna muddy. But then I remembered what was left in the cup was just basically what was at the bottom. So it wasn't like all the colors together. So that gave me a little bit of hope. And then I just poured the rest on top of that. And I'm going to let this cure for about 24 hours. Actually, I think I did less. That's not true. I put it on a heat mat. So I think it was done in a few hours, but I didn't demold it for like 12. Okay, so I forgot to hit record when I demolded this. I'm so sorry. But here it is, and I love it. I'm really surprised how it came out. I can literally see every color I put into it. It depends on the angle that you're looking at it. Like the sides look different from the top, but all the colors are coming through. They all blended really nice together. And it kind of has, to me, that a kind of metal look to it. It almost looks like it's like old antique metal, like a metal bowl. I don't know. I'm kind of seeing that from the front. And then on the sides, it has different types of marbling. Some colors marble differently. You'll see some like blues and whites, and then the greens and the interference powders and the alcohol inks kind of like marbled on one side. So, but I still think it looks really cool. Um, I don't know. I'm really surprised. I thought this was going to be a complete disaster. So, to get this result, I think was pretty good. And I also demolded the tray already, but that one I think came out almost, I don't want to say better. I don't want to compare them. I like them both, but it came out different. It has more of that classic marbling, I guess, to it, especially around the round, what do you call them? Like beaded edge. You can see like, but they're different colors, like the brown marble. Here's like the white marble and some grays. It was very unique. It has all different colors in it. But to me, it looks more like a classic marble than the bowl. So the bowl looks more metal to me for some reason. But I really like the tray too. I don't have anything negative to say about either one. Um, they're just two different looks. And it's funny because I used all the same colors. So I'm surprised. But I'm glad I tried this. It was completely out of my comfort zone, but all in all, I think it came out really nice. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you like it, you can tell me if you don't. It's okay. Um, but yeah, and if you want me to do something like this again, let me know and I'll come up with more colors or a different way to do it. But yeah, thank you for watching if you're still here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.